Hello and welcome to Smash Jeopardy! Today's prize will be a $150 donation to Direct Relief provided by Juked.gg in the name of our contestant who emerged victorious. And with that, let's meet our contestants. We have Tafokints, esteemed Melee statistician and longtime community member. Toph, Melee player, commentator, and streamer. And Dan Salvato, founder of Team Salvato and developer of the 20XX Melee Tournament Edition. Let's see the categories for our first round today. Non-player smashers. My region's locals, where we will be asking for you to provide the region. Doubles anyone? Name both either the team name or the players on the doubles team. Official move names. Name the character of the move provided. Best player in their region. And who tweeted this? Tafo, you are first and therefore have the board.
I'm just going to make it simple. Let's go with non-player smashers for 200, please.
For 200. This rock climber was Smash.gg's first hire before leaving to develop Slippy full-time. Toph.
Yeah, who is Fizzy?
That is correct. The board is yours.
Yeah, let's let's kick it over to the Twitter realm where I'm a little more comfortable. So let's try who tweeted this for 200.
All right, starting at the top of the category, who tweeted this for 200? I'm getting wobbled in my favorite game. What do I do? Tafo.
Who is none?
That is correct. Evening up the board at 200 apiece with Toph.
I'm just gonna get this out of the way. Let's do official move names for 1,000.
Okay, starting with the expensive category, 1,000 on official move names. And you've landed directly on the daily double. You have $200 to wager, and you're going to wager it all.
Yes, all 200.
All right. Donkey Kong Jr., Spitball Sparky.
What is Donkey Kong's be?
That is incorrect. We were looking for Mr. Game & Watch. Those are names of Mr. Game & Watch's moves.
Oh, so we're supposed to, okay, got it.
Looking for the name of the character. The board is still yours.
Got it. Let's do who tweeted this for 400.
For 400. Playing Netplay is like touching yourself while watching porn. Toph.
Yeah, hi, who is CLG SFAT?
Very specific. Don't know if you had to quite sneak the spot in there as well. You are correct.
Oh. Okay, yeah, let's move it down. Let's do 600. Who tweeted
All
that?
right, sticking with it. 600. Who tweeted this?
Yeah.
Congrats, Mango. LOL, I'm blocked. For winning Big House. Toph.
Yeah, who is Mewtwo King?
Nailed it. That is correct.
All right. Who tweeted this for 800?
800, just working our way down the category. Step Bro, I'm stuck in my turnaround animation. Toph.
Yeah, who is Dark Genix?
Ooh, I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Really?
And we have no more buzzing in. The answer we were looking for was Magi. No correct answer on that one, so the board is still yours, Toph.
All right, who tweeted this for 1,000?
For 1,000. I can't talk to girls unless UCF is on. Tafo.
Who is Crush?
That is correct.
I knew it. Fuck.
Tafo back on the board after that early daily double loss.
Doubles anyone for 200, please.
For 200. This Marth Fox team shows their friendship by wearing each other's tags in-game. Toph.
Yeah, who's Pufet?
That is correct.
All right, let's do let's do my regions and locals for 200.
For 200, we are looking for the region.
We're looking for the region.
Smash at Xanadu, the cave. Toph,
MDVA. What is MDVA?
that is correct. And thank you for catching in the form of a question.
In the form of a question. Yes. Right. Sorry. Let's go for 400. My regions and locals.
All right, sticking with it for 400. Friday Night Turnip, training mode Tuesdays. Toph.
Yeah. Where is SoCal? I realize where is more appropriate here.
True and correct. Taking the lead with that answer.
Doubles anyone for 400?
For 400, back to the doubles anyone category. These two brothers displayed their ultimate gamer status by winning majors such as Genesis 4, The Big House 7, and Smash and Splash 3.
Who
Toph,
are Armada and Android?
that is correct. Team UGS.
Team UGS. So I tried to be specific because that could also
No, yeah.
refer to Aniolis.
Either one are, and that's true. You're right.
So let's go for doubles anyone for 600.
For 600. This North Carolina team defeated Hungrybox and Crunch in the most entertaining losers quarters of a doubles tournament ever. Tafo,
Who is PPMD and loser?
that is correct. Team Catfish.
I don't know any of these, man. This is looking like my tournament results.
Tafo,
you had top 32.
We'll do doubles anyone for 800.
for 800. Despite one of this duo almost never entering singles, this team eliminated Armada and IBDW at the Kid, the Goat, and the Mango. Toph,
Who are Nut and Vaves?
that is correct. Ooh, you second guessing yourself. But you did have it.
I did run into Vaves in singles at 3 a.m. on Slippy. So
The only place you'll find him.
in singles, yeah. Doubles anyone for 1,000?
For 1,000. These two lovable low-tier heroes shocked the world, winning Zenith 2011 over teams such as Mewtwo and Hax and Mango and G-Money. Toph,
Kage and Axe.
that's right. The Ganon-Pika electrifying duo.
That's before my time.
You know, Toph and Salvato had a pretty good set with those guys at Apex one time. Let's go to non-player smashers for 400.
For 400. This coder famously likes to use assembly instead of other languages and developed a suite of training events. Toph,
Yes. Who is Uncle Punch?
that is correct.
Okay.
Widening your lead, 3,800 now.
I just talked to him about this recently, coincidentally. Non-player smashers for 600.
For 600. This deodorant salesman single-handedly gifted Pew Pew You a victory over Hungrybox at Apex 2015. Tafo,
Who is Cardano?
that is correct. The board is yours.
Non-player smashers for 800.
Sticking with it for 800. This OSU graduate was responsible for the 20XX hack pack and referring Hanky Panky to his job. Dan,
Who is Achilles 1515?
that is correct. Nice and specific. Love to get the numbers at the end of that as well.
Finally got my first one. Okay.
You are on the board. Where will we go?
All right, let's do official move names for 200.
For 200. Blaster, Firebird. Tafo,
Who is Falco?
that is correct.
I knew the 1000, but the buzzer wasn't enabled for that one. Y'all never
Oh,
played,
yeah,
Non-player
because
smashers
double.
for 1,000.
Really
y'all never played your Game & Watch games? Spitball Sparky? No?
I have not. What was that, Tafo?
Non-player smashers for 1,000, please.
For 1,000. This mysterious PM dev was ranked top 20 in New Jersey Melee, primarily using Zelda. Dan,
Who is Magus?
that is correct for 1,000.
Oh, thank God I didn't get it. I was going to say Umbreon Mao. Oh,
Official move names for 400.
For 400. Disable, Tail Whip. Tafo.
Who is Mewtwo?
That is correct.
Phillips is down tilt, I guess.
I think it's down to
Bear.
Yeah, that sounds right.
official move name
One of
for
those.
600.
Official move name 600. Defibrillator. Dropkick MD. Tafo.
Who is Dr. Mario?
That is correct.
Dropkick MD.
I like that one a lot.
Tavo, are you
no.
reacting or are you predicting when it's gonna?
Official move names.
All right, yeah, don't give away your strategy. I'll figure this out.
All right, official move names for 800. Noggin Floggin, Flutter Kick. Ooh, no one willing to take a stab. It was Yoshi.
Yeah, there's no way I was getting that.
Flutter kick. Oh,
I think Noggin
there.
Floggin is actually his forward smash.
My region's local for 600.
All right, for 600. Man on a ledge. Toph?
Yeah, where is Pittsburgh?
That is correct.
God, I couldn't think of the name. I was going to say Neo.
My region's locals for 800. Let's do it.
All right, closing. Well, not quite closing out the category, but nearing it for 800. Hall of Gaming, The Grid.
Oh
What is New England?
Tafo sneaks in at the last second. I'm sorry, what was your answer?
What is New England?
That is incorrect. And the answer we were looking for was Connecticut.
God. Slox
Oh.
plays in that. I got so thrown off.
no.
Okay. Let's kill the category. 1,000, please.
All right, last one for 1,000. Battle Gateway, Master Hand. Toph.
Where's Japan? Specifically East Japan?
Again, more
Actually,
detail
sorry.
than we needed, but
Master Hand is West Japan. Never mind. But yeah, Japan.
nailed it.
Let's do best player in their region for 1,000.
Okay, starting at the bottom of the category. This player was, at different times, ranked #1 in Utah, Washington, and Hawaii. Toph.
Who is Commaster?
That is correct.
Let's do 200.
Once known as a PM player, this fox has dominated the United Kingdom for years. Tafo.
Who is Professor Pro?
That is correct.
400.
For 400. Before he was winning majors, this now #1 player debuted at #12 on his first PR out of MDVA.
Who
Tafo.
is Zane?
That is correct. And we will 600. This AZ transplant was ranked #1 on the Central Texas Power Rankings all 8 times he appeared on them.
Who is Waldo?
Tafo. That is correct. And to close out our first round, we will go to best player in their region for 800. Despite raising a child, this player has kept his #1 spot on the Chicago PR since 2010.
Who is
Tafo.
Kels?
That is correct. A little mini streak at the end to close the gap between you and Toph. Ending our first board, there is a bit of a spread, but no one has taken too commanding of a lead. We'll see how this next round of Jeopardy shapes up after this break. Stay tuned.
And we will continue with some donations. We've got Nerdy Cuber with a $5 donation. Smile. Oliver Klosov with a $20 donation. Melee is sick. got Kevin O with a $50 donation. Shoutouts to the community for putting this together. Smashers of the world unite. Thank you, Kevin. Q with a $20 donation. Show Bweasel picks. Anonymous with a $15 donation. Sheik is cool. Please don't hate Sheik. Support your Sheik-maining friends. Tell them you like them. I could not agree more. We've got 401k with a $20 donation. Thank you, 401k. And lastly, Jormus with a $10 donation. Hashtag free melee. Back to Jeopardy.
Welcome back to Smash Jeopardy. We just finished up our first round and our contestants were looking hot, only missing a few of the questions. Toph leading currently at 6,400 with Tafo hot on his heels at 46 and Dan nowhere near out of it at 18. We are entering Double Jeopardy where everything will be worth twice as much and there are 2 Double Jeopardies on the board. Dan, I believe the board
Daily
is...
doubles.
Or sorry, daily doubles. Thank you, Toph. I believe the board is, or let's see our categories. Crossword clues, T. These will begin with the letter T.
Ooh, T-spins.
Change a letter. Contestants must give both names, changing one letter between them. Name the frame. We'll show you a still frame from a
No.
famous match. You have to name the
okay.
players and the tournament. Tournaments by top 8. We'll give you the top 8 and you must respond with the tournament name. Character oddities.
Bro, okay.
And anagrams, where we'll give you an anagram and a hint to unsolve it.
Just real quick for the top 8, are you just gonna show it and then we can buzz, or are you gonna read the whole top 8?
I will read the top. That's a good question, actually.
Read it out.
All right, I'll read it out. Yes, Dan, the board is yours.
Okay. Well, as a Link main, I'll pick character oddities for 2,000.
Starting it off at 2,000 for character oddities. In NTSC, this character will lose their neutral B charge if hit out of up B. In PAL, they will keep it. Toph.
Who is Semis?
That is incorrect. Dan?
Who is Donkey Kong?
That is correct. Getting right back into it with that 2,000. The board is now yours.
Beautiful. Let's go backwards and do character oddities for 1,600.
All right, working our way towards the top for 1,600. This character's down throw deals 0% damage to both Jigglypuff and Mr. Game & Watch. Dan.
Who is Bowser?
That is correct.
Step up your game, guys. I don't stand a chance in any of the other categories, so I'm going to keep going here. Character oddities for 1,200.
All right, for 1,200. Wispy's blinking can cause animation issues in version 1.00 for these 2 characters. Toph.
Yeah, who are Martha and Roy?
That is correct.
I'm down to finish the category. We can do 800 character oddities.
Okay, for 800. The only character who can perform wall jumps out of Special Fall. Dan.
Who is Mario?
That is correct. I believe it's the end of his up B, right, where he can get the wall
Yeah,
jump.
there's one frame, I think.
One frame.
Character oddities for 400.
To close the category.
Yep.
This character is unable to L-cancel 3 of their aerials. Tafo.
Who's Mr. Game & Watch?
That is correct.
We'll do anagrams for 400, please.
I had a feeling you were going there for 400. Got 5-0'd after releasing a diss track. Held in Lucid. Toph.
Yeah, who's chilling, dude?
That is correct.
I don't know why I fucking buzzed up. You did the same thing, right, Tapo?
Yeah.
Now I know, see,
I
now I
heard
know
a
you're not
multiple
reacting.
buzzes.
Now I know you're not reacting.
Wait,
All right.
buzz after the track or the anagram?
The anagram.
Okay.
Yeah, but now I know your game, Tapo. You admit defeat in the world of reactions and you challenge me to a battle of predictions. So be it. Anagrams for 800.
For 800. Benefited from Lucky's SD. Tad Karma.
Who's
Toph.
Dark
That is correct.
Sorry, by the way, for not waiting for you to say the word Toph. I apologize. Who's
All
Dark
good.
Atma?
Still
You
with
know,
you.
because you're so jumpy on the buzzer and then you need to get your answer out, you know, like psychologically. That's why we're doing it. Let's kick it over to name the frame for 400.
For 400.
Yeah.
Toph.
Wait,
Yeah. Well, I mean, Mango versus Sax, Big House 4.
That is correct.
Okay. Now we know. Aren't you glad I started with 400?
One of the most iconic images in all of Melee
you didn't
history.
say what is, by the way.
All right.
Oh, all right, Tafo. I'll pay closer attention to that in the future.
Name the frame for 800.
Sticking with it for 800. Toph.
Okay, so who are Axe and Silent Wolf at Evo 2014?
That is correct.
Let's do change a letter for 400.
Okay. For 400.
Yeah.
2 Arizona Marths, but only 1 Mewtwo. Tafo.
Who are Ty and Taj?
That is correct.
We'll do anagrams for 1200, please.
Back to anagrams for 1200. Norwegian who attended Smash Summit 9 as fan vote. Crept in. Toph.
Yes, who is Pricent?
That is correct.
Anagrams for 1600. Yeah.
Okay. Sticking with it for 1600. Never popped off, only smirked. Presence tilts. Toph.
Who is Silent Spectre?
This is so perfect for him. You are correct.
Wow, that's so good.
That is good. That's really good.
Toph cracking 5 digits. The board is still yours.
Anagrams for 2000.
Okay, for 2000. Teenage Falco Innovator, circa 2005. Dorm lobbies. Toph.
Who is Bomb Soldier?
Who is Bomb Soldier? You are correct.
I didn't even see green. I fucking just framed it. I just framed the timing. I didn't even see green.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Name the frame for 1200.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Who is
Tafo.
a bait versus S2J at the Big House 5?
That is correct. Please wait until I say your name. The board is yours.
Name the frame for 1600.
Sticking with it. 1600.
Yeah.
Toph.
Who are Mango? Thank you. Who are Mango? Sorry about that.
that
Who
was
are
my fault.
Mango and Mewtwo King at the revival of Melee?
Ooh, I'm sorry. That is
Oh.
incorrect.
Yeah,
Tafo.
yeah. Throw.
Who are Mango and Mewtwo King at pound 3?
There you
That is correct.
Dang, Toph has
got a lot
such
of
a big lead.
them.
Holy crap. Name the frame for
Forgot about that.
2000.
Fuck.
Jeez. Name the frame
For
for
2000. Name the frame for 2000. And you have found our first daily double of this board.
Okay. I will just wager 2000 for this.
Okay. Sticking conservative, gonna wager 2000 on this image.
Who are Silent Spectre and Tang versus Lucky and Zoo at SCSA3?
That is correct.
We'll do change a letter for 800, please.
Okay, change a letter for 800. Scar's friend and famous for rolling into Lovage's charged up smash. Toph.
Yeah, I was wondering when this was going to come up because I thought this was pretty obvious. Who are Taupe and Toph?
That is correct. You were right on top of that one. Taupe and Toph.
Change the letter for 1200.
Okay. Change one letter in this survivor, and you'll get this Minnesota Chic. Ooh.
I buzzed
Toph,
in. It says
I
buzzed
believe
in.
you got in
I buzzed
right
in.
before it, Toph. What is it?
Who are Ken and Ben?
That is correct.
I spent the whole time trying to change N into something, and then I was like, wrong approach. And then I was like, what if I change the K? And I was like, Ben. Anyway,
Wrong side of the 3-letter word.
so change the letter for 1600.
Okay, for 1600. Only one letter separates this stylish commentator from this former top 100 Luigi player. Toph.
We're efficient, Vince. You better stop guessing at some point, Dapo. You're going too early.
All right, very nice. You're on a
You're
little
going
bit of a
too
roll here.
early. All right. Change. I like how this has just completely turned into a reaction / guessing battle between me and Dapo. Okay, change a letter for 2000.
For 2000.
Yeah.
Oh, and we have found the second daily double. You have a lead, somewhat commanding, but Tafo is still nipping at your heels. What are you going to wager?
I'll do what Dapo did. I'll wager 2000.
All right, 2000. This Marth beat Wizrobe at Smash and Splash and made a combo video over Darude Sandstorm.
Who are I have as much. Okay, so who are Dart and Lart?
Oh, it's a
Ooh.
pop. Pop.
You took a
Oh,
shot,
Dark,
but it was
Dark.
Dart
Oh.
and Dark
Yeah.
that we were looking for.
I thought it was
and
Dark the pop.
Yeah,
Lart.
that's where my mind went first, but I was like, I don't think he did. And then I was like, okay, yeah, wow. That's
Very
a
If you
close.
randomly option selected there the Dark, you would have gone in.
That's true, actually. It's a good point. All right. Yeah, fuck, I forgot about that combo video. Weird choice of song. Well, whatever. Because it's kind of a meme song.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Kind of throws you off a little bit.
it throws you off a little bit. Tournament. What does that say? Tournament 5? Tournaments by top 8. Tournaments by top 8. Damn,
Tournaments by top
Big
8
House- Big
for
House 5, Genesis 5. For 400.
400. Zane, Hungrybox, Mango, Hacks, Leffen and Fiction, None and Shroomed. Toph.
Yes. What was Genesis 8?
That is incorrect.
What is Genesis?
Tafo?
9? Oh,
Also
sorry, what is
incorrect.
9?
Incorrect as well.
Oh fuck! I know it now.
And Dan.
Gotta
What
be
was
10.
Genesis 7?
That is correct.
This is why I love the Big House. It's so easy to
Ooh,
remember
so
which fucking
close.
numbers with. It's so
Yeah,
easy
it
to
lines up
remember.
with the years. Oh, Dan.
Can you remind me the rule of crossword clues? Is that things that start with T?
Yes, the answer will start with T, and I will also give you the number of letters in the answer, just like a crossword.
Ah.
Okay. And by answer, you mean question, right?
Of course.
Okay. Just making sure.
I appreciate
let's try,
that. Yeah,
Let's try crossword clues for 400.
for 400. Spanish Armada, 4 letters. Toph.
Yeah, who's Triff?
That's correct.
All right, okay. I was like, what is it? What am I doing? Okay. Crossword clues for 800.
Sticking with the category.
Yeah.
ZFG's boss, 9 letters.
Who is
Tapo.
Tafokints?
Very
Very on top of that one. It is you, of course. You are correct.
I would have said, yeah, okay. I was thinking like Ganondorf. Makes sense, right? But no T, so.
Tournaments by top 8 for 800, please.
Tournaments by top 8 for 800. Axe, Wizrobe, Leffen, IBDW, Hungrybox Zane, Amsa Plup.
What is Smash
Tapo.
Summit 9? Oh, sorry. What is Smash Summit 9?
Oof, that's incorrect. Toph.
Sorry, what is Smash Summit 7?
That is also incorrect.
Okay, these numbers are too fucking hard.
Damn.
All right? These fucking
What
numbers.
is Smash Summit 8?
You are
I'm only
correct.
doing Big House from now on. I'm boycotting every other major series. Fuck these numbers, dude.
This is my new
They're all
strategy.
just blind.
I know.
Laying in
Wait,
wait.
It's already
paying off.
stacked up.
It's
You
also
guys
really
both-
funny that it's only been 7, 8, and 9. The only
That's
numbers
true.
were-
Tournaments by top 8 for 1200.
Oh man, there has to be
You
one
got
question with my name in
SCSA
it.
3.
Both of you got a question with your name in it. Where's mine? All right,
Yeah.
we'll do crossword clues for 1200.
For 1200. Goat, Frenchman, 4 letters. Toph.
Yeah, who's Tech?
That is correct.
Man, crossword clues for 1600. I gotta get away from these numbers.
Now give me more money. Come on.
Genuine, not a fake, 12 letters. Toph.
Who's the real thing?
That is correct.
Wow, that was really good. I was gonna say,
You were on
say
top of that one.
transparent.
You're thinking who?
transparent. I was
Oh,
like,
oh, oh.
like,
Crossword clues. T for kill the category 2000.
The King of Maine, 5 letters. Ooh, nobody takes a shot. We are looking for Thorn. Thorn was the correct answer.
I was thinking dark.
I was thinking, I was like thinking Dazwa.
I was
Thorn.
yeah. I was like Tazwa.
Sorry, Thorn. All right, it's Toph's pick, I think.
That is right, yes.
All right,
Toph,
tournaments by top 8 for 1200.
working our way down the category. Mango, Fly Amanita, Axe, Hungry Box, Lucky and SFAT, Mewtwo King and Shroomed. Toph,
All right, I gotta get this one right. What is Kings of Cali 2?
that is incorrect.
I'm done.
Tafo,
What is
You have the
King of
floor.
the Cali 3?
that is also incorrect.
Odds.
Dan,
What is Kings of Kelly 1?
that is also incorrect. The
Oh,
answer
actually,
we were
I-
looking for
Oh,
was press
It's
start.
Press
start.
It's worth a shot.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
It's
no,
the only
I-
lead that I have.
A significant hit to each total, but Toph, you still have the lead and the board.
Oh god, yeah, tournaments by top 8 for 1600.
Armada, Hungry Box, PPMD, Plup, Leffen and Mango, Axe and Chewdat.
This would be like 100 tournaments, but PPMD isn't it?
Nobody buzzes in. We were looking for Evo 2015. What
Yeah.
is Evo 2015?
So I'm like traumatized on this category, so
It's hard to
like-
blame you. But we do have one more that we're going to have to close it out with if anyone dares take a risk on it for 2000. Hacks, Silent Wolf, SFAT, Lucky, Fiction and Fly Amanita, Pew Pew You, and Shroomed. Tafo,
What is the box with it?
that is correct. Good to see a win in this category. And that does close out Double Jeopardy. It is narrowing. Toph still with a bit of a lead, about the same as he had on Tafo from before, though there was some volatility in the scores throughout this round. We have Final Jeopardy coming up, and here is the category. Pre-documentary smashers. Our contestants will make their wagers, and we'll be right back after this break.
Hello, hello. We've got a bit of time before the next block, but before that, just want to extend a big thank you to Webbs, Toph, Tafo, and Dan Salvato for participating in, the first ever Melee Jeopardy. I think everyone had a lot of fun watching that. For those of you that are new to the stream, the goal of 5 days of Melee is to raise a $50,000 goal for Direct Relief. It's a humanitarian aid organization currently focused on supporting communities that are suffering due to COVID. Make sure you type !Direct Relief to learn more. We'll do one donation before we throw it back. We have a $20 donation from Nikki. Shoutouts to Cinnamon for cleaning up my character portraits. And that's all I got for you.
Welcome. It's time for Final Jeopardy. Our contestants are all within reach of one another. They've seen the category and they've placed their wagers. Now it's time for us to see the final answer. This old school smasher is often credited with popularizing shield dropping and won Super Smash Sundays 11 over S2J, Lucky, Rofel, and Hybrid.
how do I answer? I write it down.
right. Time is up. Let's see what our contestants have come up with. Dan, you are bringing up the rear, so let's see what you've got. Dan, hold that a little closer for me. What do we got here?
Well played. Well
What does
played.
it say? I can't read it.
Who is the greatest link of all time?
I'm sorry, that is not what we were looking for. Although it may have been, that may be correct. Not
I
the
think it
answer to
was
this
what you're looking.
specific
Was what
question.
you're looking for. You just don't know it.
Hey, it's what I was looking for.
And
Yes,
you wagered?
0.
You wagered 0, Dan?
Yes, I did.
And you wagered 0. Tafo.
Who is sung?
That is correct. And you have wagered 3,399, putting you at, I don't know why I just put myself on the spot to do math. Well, how much is that, Tafo?
13,999.
13,999. Slightly ahead of Toph. Toph, what was your answer for this final Jeopardy question?
I can't see any. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I realize my camera's flipped, which makes it harder. Can you see that?
It's
Yeah,
only
we-
flipped for you.
Hell yeah. Who
Wow.
is sung?
Who is sung? That is
7601.
correct. You wagered 7601, but all the same, you emerge victorious here on Smash Jeopardy. $150 will be donated to Direct Relief in your name via juked.gg. Do you have anything to say?
Well played, guys. Dan, I agree with you. I think you would have fucking with like if there was more game knowledge stuff, you would have smoked us. I was really happy you got Achilles. Actually, I thought that was very appropriate. I thought it was cool that we each got our little appropriate, little questions. And
right.
Shout outs to Tafo for getting into a mind game war with me on. It felt like a Sheik Spacey match because it was
Yeah.
like, are we going for reactions or predictions, which was very appropriate because we're Sheik and Fox. So. Yeah,
Well,
Yeah, I had a good time.
that was actually the real battle I felt was do I predict here or do I react?
Shouts to Melee Stats and everybody who created the questions. I had a really good time with it.
Yeah, it was very well done. These questions were a little bit stacked based on my opponents, but I don't know. Money match me anytime, and we'll see where the tables turn.
You did have some tough opponents, I'll say, but you all put on an amazing show today here on Smash Jeopardy. Thank you all at home for tuning in. Please continue to watch and stay tuned for more of the 5 days of Melee.
Now, a reading from Melee is Broken.
Introduction. When Nintendo released Super Smash Bros. Melee in 2001, they intended for it to be a casual, family-friendly party game. In a recent interview, Masahiro Sakurai, the game's director, stated that the way competitive SSBM players use the game today doesn't align with the series' values, nor it is inconsistent with Nintendo's broader philosophy, which positions games as designed for casual rather than competitive play. Until the 5th installment of the community-ran Apex eSport tournament in 2014, Nintendo actively denied any form of support to competitive SSBM players, and even then, their reaction to SSBM's growth as an esport and competitively played game has proved antagonistic. Notably, this long-standing tension between the game's player base and its developers runs contrary to most esports, which are designed specifically for competitive play at a professional level. The other key element of competitive SSBM that sets us apart from other esports is players' continued reliance on hardware objects from the early 2000s, namely the cathode ray tube or CRT television, specific gaming consoles, and the personal GameCube controller. At release, SSBM required a Nintendo GameCube, its attending power cables and RCA cables, a game disc, a GameCube controller, and a CRT television. SSBM players still use this setup today, albeit often including several community-built add-ons and modifications as a result of their ongoing reliances on affordances of those particular tools. The SSBM community breathes new life into ostensibly dead media objects, replicating the practice described by media scholar Raymond Williams of keeping meanings and values alive by individuals' social inheritance and embodied knowledge as they've learned. These meanings and values become universalized. In order to properly examine and describe this exceptional game and its community, I begin by investigating its hardware and software, as well as the ways in which the communities continue to operate within the constraints of the residual media in order to realize the competitive scene. The ideologies and principles that sustain competitive SSBM can also be traced through examining community discourse and the various techniques, both in and out of game, that players perform and circulate. Discourse in this context referred to the ways in which a given group discusses their experiences and feelings, as well as what they purposely leave out of this discussion. In writing this book, I made careful choices about what to discuss and what to omit in order to disrupt some of the power relations at play in the larger SSBM community. There exist many interpretations and narrativizations of SSBM's history, many of which are celebrated by the community at large. As certain narratives and knowledges have gained relevance and significance over others, they inevitably overshadow what isn't as apparent to the overall community, that being the inner workings of tournaments, the code of the game, alterations to said code, the contracts of sponsored players, etc. As will be discussed towards the end of the book, expert players and the community figureheads have historically obfuscated this information to the extent as a means to optimize their own gameplay to retain power and expertise within the community, or simply to maintain the status quo. We can see how this phenomenon operates in the tension between the SSBM community and Nintendo, because the latter opposes many of the alterations to the game that the former makes. Those in the know are forced to circulate knowledge amongst themselves in order to conceal alterations from the developer, and this indirectly imposes a limitation on the extent of non-expert players' knowledge. Moreover, most documentation of SSBMs and its community often prioritizes discussion of more readily accepted subjects like gameplay, tournaments, and tier lists, overlooking more nuanced subjects of discussion such as issues of discrimination and ostracization within the community. As a scholar and an artist, as well as a community member, as much as I strive to respect the community, I also strive to produce honest work. To that end, I argue that it is important to reflect on situated power in the community and address gaps in the discourse in order to think about how we might challenge gatekeeping to improve SSBM's accessibility. If you're interested in checking out Melee is Broken, you can go to spoopy.ca/book. Happy holidays, everyone. Take care.
Alrighty guys, on behalf of the 5 Days of Melee production team, we made a bit of a mistake and forgot to show the credits of the hardworking individuals that put together Jeopardy. We will do that, and please give them your props. Thank you.